Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Virgo. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Virgos, please. All right, so your person is showing up as the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy. They're also showing up as the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. All right, beautiful. Somebody intelligent, somebody deeply emotionally intelligent as well. They're viewing you as the Five of Cups, okay? And the connection, we see the Ace of Wands, brand new and very passionate. All right, and we see the Seven of Pentacles. Virgo, I feel like this person has been waiting for you in some capacity. Like it could be a friend or a neighbor or a coworker or somebody around you, but it looks like they're waiting for you to shift your focus or maybe to heal from something. I love this energy because even if they don't already know who you are, Virgo, it feels like you are the one they've been waiting for. And this person has been patient. This is somebody who doesn't rush into things. This is somebody who likes to be secure in their decisions and feel confident about the people that they allow into their life. Now, the Magician here tells me this person has everything they need but love. They've also been on their own healing journey, transmuting past karmic lessons into wisdom, doing a lot of healing, releasing. And I feel like, Virgo, this person checks all of your boxes. Again, they could be another Virgo. I'm getting there's going to be a very strong intellectual connection between the two of you, which I know my Virgos need that stimulus. All right, so let's see. They're also showing up as the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, so there could be some sort of third-party interference here. And I do kind of feel, Virgo, for a lot of you, it's like this person either met you or has met you when you're ending a relationship or your focus is on someone or something else. All right, there could also be some gossip around this person. But more so with the Three of Cups in reverse, I'm getting like this person doesn't want to date anymore. This person is ready for a true soulmate connection, an emotionally balanced partnership. All right, and we see the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you, this person has walked away from a third-party situation. I do feel like this person really does know what they want, and they've had a few disappointments in love. Some of you, they've recently experienced some sort of betrayal or sadness having to do with like a friend or a friendship ending or a friendship being quite tense as well. But again, I feel like this is the type of person, Virgo, that speaks their mind and, and they know what they want, and not everybody is kind of okay with that, or it might kind of rub the wrong people the wrong way, right? But my Virgos, how you're going to be feeling the Nine of Wands in reverse. So I do feel like there's an element here of you feeling a little bit exhausted, Virgo, when you meet this person. You may be going through your own healing or your own disappointments. You may be burning the candle at both ends. Some of you, this person is waiting for you to turn your focus towards love because you might be really focused on your health or your finances. But I also like the Nine of Wands in reverse because it's also telling me there's something very disarming about this person or this connection. So this person is going to allow you to feel safe enough to drop those walls and those barriers. And most likely because they're funny, because they're very emotionally intelligent, they're going to hold space for you. They're not going to make you feel rushed or pressured. In fact, I feel this person is going to make my Virgos feel quite emotionally secure, safe, regulate your nervous system. All right, let's see what my Virgos need to know about this person. They could be a Capricorn, or have Capricorn energy in their chart. Their work and stability are high priority. They can be relied upon to get things done. They could be a Libra or have strong Libra in their chart. Ruled by Venus, they enjoy beauty, Fairness and harmony in relationships is important to them. Yeah. Relax. See, you're going to relax into this person, Virgo. And, my Virgos, this is coming from a Virgo rising. That's not easy for people like us, right? Virgo energy, we can be naturally a little bit on edge, a little bit cautious. And when you can find somebody that you can relax and be yourself with, or that isn't, spinning out your nervous system, that's a really powerful thing. And that's where I think a lot of this, that's where you really soften to this person. So you're going to feel at ease with this person who's super approachable. Now, this person may have a little bit of a jealous streak, or they may be feeling jealous about you, Virgo. Now, I don't think this is this person competing with you. And I'm not really getting that this person is going to be possessive of you, but more so because I feel like they're either watching you go through a breakup, or your focus is on someone or something else that isn't working. And on the inside, they're feeling jealous, right? They don't like this. They don't want this third party interference. And I feel like that's a very natural thing, but it is something also just to be aware of, that they could be a little possessive, and that could be stemming from infidelity or insecurity. All right. So I'm not telling you to minimize that, Virgo. Watch out for it, nip it in the bud. But also I just kind of feel like it's the nature of how this connection unfolds. I'm seeing 11:11 right now on the clock. So powerful energy, soulmate energy, connection here. Queen of Cups. This person is loving. They're romantic. I feel like they're selfless. Most likely they're very creative, and they're very emotionally in tune with you, Virgo, which I think, again, is going to be huge for my Virgos, because I do feel like Virgo energy is often misunderstood. Virgos are softies beneath the surface. Now, you probably don't let anybody show that, and you probably don't like even hearing that, but Virgos are quite sensitive, and I feel like this person gets you on a level that many other people do not. So let's see what else my Virgos need to know about this person. They could be curvy, all right, or maybe you are, but these really specific messages are not going to resonate with all of you. They will be confirmation for some of you. Now, when I get this curvy energy, Virgo, to me, it's just you're going to be attracted to this person, whatever their lines or their curves may be, okay? We're also seeing that they're awakened. Yep. And my Virgos, you need that, right? You cannot be dealing with somebody who is not awakened to the level you are, because I feel like it's just going to be really frustrating for you. So I love that. All right. And we see Asian. So some of you, this person could be Asian. They could be of Asian descent, or there's some sort of Asian connection. They've lived, they've worked, they're coming from Asia. Maybe their favorite food is Asian food, or their bucket list is Asia, right? To travel to Asia. And we do see that this person speaks multiple languages. So again, just take what resonates here, Virgo, and leave the rest. All right. Clear messages, advice, and guidance. What else do we need to know here, please? What else do my Virgos need to know here about this person? All right, so they have strong earth in their chart, most likely more Virgo, right? Or another Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. We did see Capricorn energy. Ooh, we see this person may have nice legs, or maybe they love your legs, Virgo, but they're toned, they have a nice walk, they have long legs. And again, specific messages for some of you, not for all of you. And we do see that they have air in their chart, most likely some of that Gemini, right, with the Magician card, and we also see Libra here, so we're getting Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo energy, possibly Aquarius here. But most of all, Virgo, we see that this person is dependable and consistent, and this is what also is going to really draw you to this person. What else do my Virgos need to know here? What else do my Virgos need to know here, please, Spirit? All right. They're going to come into your life when you least expect it. Okay. Their first, middle, or last name may begin with a vowel. All right, they have a pride for personal collectibles. Okay. That could be something from their travels. It could have something to do with Asia or the Asian continent. This could be, you know, somebody who has like a large tool collection, a large makeup collection, you know, a nice shoe collection, hats, sports paraphernalia, you name it. All right. And this person has lived in more than one country, okay, and they speak multiple languages. So I do feel this is somebody, you know, regardless if these are the exact specific messages for your person, this person is very cultured, they're very worldly, and they make something valuable with their own hands. So they could have built a business from the ground up, or, you know, cooking could be their love language, or they're really good at fixing things or creating art, you know, gardening, you name it. Now, Virgo, they're viewing you as the Five of Cups, so it does kind of feel like we get secret admirer vibes. Like you may meet this person when you're still dealing with somebody else and you're just friends, or you meet this person and your focus is elsewhere again. And I do think that might be a cause for a little bit of that jealousy there. How else are they viewing my Virgos, please? Page of Swords. Yeah, they're definitely spying on you. Secret admirer vibes here. But the Page of Swords is a really beautiful energy because they see you as honest. They see you as direct. They also see you as somebody who's very prepared. You know, it's kind of a war between the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Who's the most prepared page in the deck? You know, sometimes it's the Page of Swords, sometimes it's the Page of Pentacles, but they're both intelligent. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit of, you know, an intellectual sparring between the two of you, but like in the best possible way. That creates that tension that my Virgos need. This is not someone who's going to always agree with you, and you're not going to always agree with them, but you're probably going to get into the nitty gritty about why that is. And I think you probably will change each other's minds from time to time, but I'm really loving this intellectual stimulation that I'm picking up on between the two of you. But I'm also loving that this person is emotionally intelligent. So again, there may be little conflicts, but it's not going to be something that turns into contempt, right? So this person has spent or is spending time checking you out, really getting to know you. And we see the Fool energy in reverse. But this person is a little bit worried, Virgo, that you're not going to want to take a risk or take a leap of faith here with them. And for a lot of my Virgos, it may be because you kind of start off as friends, or because they know your focus is elsewhere. Aries energy. So it's kind of like they're a little bit worried that you're going to be hesitant, or the timing isn't right, or you're not as into them as they are into you. And they might be a little bit worried about a rebound here. How my Virgos are feeling, the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I do feel like you're meeting this person at a time of like disappointment or hurt or heartbreak, or, you know, your heart chakra isn't really open because of what you're experiencing. But this is somebody who's patient. This is not somebody who's going to force and rush you. And I definitely do feel, Virgo, this is somebody who's going to play the long game here, right? Like they don't necessarily need you now, even if they are feeling a little bit jealous or they don't want to see you with anybody else. But I do feel like they're willing to hold space and play the long game. All right, let's see. And I don't think they want to keep it as friends, but I do think they're willing to do that to see if they can work their way in there, Virgo. I think they will. All right, let's see. Clear messages, advice, and guidance. All right, they're seeing you as the child orphan archetype, which is telling me they see you as independent, super Virgo energy. You've learned to go it alone, and you've conquered your fear of surviving. Yeah, so they see you as independent. They know you're not afraid to be alone. They know you don't really need them or need anybody. All right, and I do think they're attracted to that because I do feel this person is probably very similar. Ooh, and we see companion energy coming through. So they see you as loyal, tenacious, and unselfish. They see you as the perfect companion, or they see that you and them would make such a good team, a really good couple. And we see rebel. So this person challenges, they're seeing you as rebellious. They're seeing you as somebody who challenges authority to affect social change. You reject spiritual systems that don't serve your inner needs. Yeah, and that you're not afraid to go your own way. And it's kind of this energy of like Virgo doesn't need anybody, right? But they definitely want to be the person that you call if and when you feel you do, right? I love the Ace of Wands showing up here, because to me, Virgo, it's telling me this is a new person, that most likely it's not a reconciliation, although you may know this person already, and maybe for some of you it is a reconciliation, right? If I'm describing somebody from your past to a T. But my intentions for these readings are that there's somebody brand new, and it feels like this is confirmation with the Ace of Wands. I also just love that there's this energy of newness. There's so much potential here. I also think there's passion and attraction. All right. Inside jokes is what I'm getting. I'm just getting you guys are going to spend so much time talking to each other, laughing, but also enjoying each other, and enjoying a little bit of tension here in, speaking your mind, playing devil's advocate. All right, what else do my Virgos need to know about this person or this connection? An invitation to choose. This connection invites conscious participation rather than assumption. Yeah, and that's what I'm getting. I feel like you both are going to really get off on that, this conscious participation. Wanting to do this. This is something you want, not something you need. This is something that stimulates you, but it also supports you. Beautiful. All right, and this connection allows space for organic development. Yeah, and we do see that because this person, they don't want you to choose them because you're feeling lonely or you're feeling sad or because it's what they want. They want you to genuinely choose them because this adds value to your life, because this is what you really want, because you're ready. And I do think they have some of those fears initially, Virgo, because of that Five of Cups, because of that Fool in reverse. All right, and this connection reminds you that choice remains yours. Yeah. So again, the choice is up to you, Virgo. This person, as much as they might want you, as much as they might feel jealous or don't want to see you with somebody else, you're going to feel like this choice is yours. And they're going to let you know that. I don't want to be with you because you feel obligated. I don't want to be with you, Virgo, because you're feeling lonely or sad or heartbroken. I want you to choose me because it's what you really want. And I feel like they really give you that space. And there's something really beautiful about that, Virgo. All right. And we see that this meeting happens while you're engaging in something you enjoy or feel really passionate about. Alignment forms through authenticity. Yep, so you could come together with this person, maybe yoga is your passion, so you meet them at yoga class. Some of you could be doing something creative or going to see like your favorite band or musician or something like that. All right, so let's keep going. What else do my Virgos need to know about this person or this connection? What else do my Virgos need to know about this person or this connection, please, Spirit? Third party. Yeah, this is coming through. I can't remember whose sign this was. It was either the you versus them readings or the energy check-ins this week, where it was like third party. It may have actually been one of your readings this week, but I'm not really sure. But it does feel like you may be dealing with a karmic situation. I don't think it's this person. I think there's some sort of third party around you, Virgo. Somebody after your attention, somebody that you're disappointed in, something you're healing from. And I feel like that's why we're getting that jealous energy there coming through. All right, fearless love, but Spirit's saying go for it. All right, a courageous leap into the unknown. So this is something new. This is something different. So that's really confirmation for me, Virgo, that this may be somebody you know, but it doesn't feel like it's an ex or something you've done before. Stay in the energy of self-love. Love yourself first. Absolutely. And Spirit's also saying, my lovely Virgos, you're manifesting this. Very soon, your true love will arrive. Any important dates or times for my Virgos, please? Any important dates or times for my Virgos, please? July. Okay, so not all of you are Virgo suns. You could be a Cancer or a Leo with like a Virgo rising or a Virgo Venus or a Virgo moon or a Virgo north node. It could also be this person being born in July, or you're going to look back and see, oh, maybe you met this person in July. Okay, or maybe you first noticed them noticing you in July. But for a lot of my Virgos, this is something here that will be unfolding in the coming weeks. All right, my lovely Virgos, I'm sending you so much love and light. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and drop me a comment. Let me know how this resonates with you down below. Love and light, Virgos. Take care.